Welcome back. Over the course of about the last 3 years, our president has made this promise dozens of times.
If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you like your health care plan, you can keep your health care plan.
Right. Then just 3 days after that, Peter Johnson Jr. called his bluff.
In response to the president, I say most respectfully, say goodbye to your health plans, say goodbye to your doctors as you now see them.
That was back in 2009. And now that it's clear that the White House knew millions of us would eventually lose our health care, is the Obama administration guilty of government malpractice? Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr., who was right back in 2009.
I wish we were not right about in 2009. It is government malpractice, and it's lack of informed consent of the governed. Talk about informed consent, a legal, a medical term that people should understand. That means a person's agreement to allow something to happen, such as surgery, that is based on a full disclosure of facts needed to make the decision intelligently. So the issue here is president as doctor-in-chief, president as our spiritual advisor in some ways, president as our model, president as our lawyer, president as someone that we need to trust. People used to go around the radio during the Depression and listen to FDR and fireside chats.
Sure.
Did he provide all the facts, or did he not tell the truth? And if he didn't tell the truth, it's a form of governmental malpractice because there's a lack of informed consent by which people can judge the risks and the benefits of any particular procedure. And this procedure was a radical recreation and redistribution of wealth of the United States through the healthcare system.
Well, and of course, famously, Nancy Pelosi said, we've got to pass this thing to know what's in it. The president was saying one thing, but, way back on, page 29,000 of the Federal Register, it did say that some people might get kicked off.
It's axiomatic now. We understand that this would not have passed. This was a party line vote, and many Democrats, if they had been aware of the consequences that millions of Americans are now facing, would not have voted for this legislation at that point. So what I've done today is put together an Obamacare informed consent form, the type of informed consent the president should have been giving to 300 million Americans, to one-on-one as our leader. And I want you to read it, Steve, and I want you to see if you'll sign it today, or you would have signed it back in 2009.
Folks at home, play along. Would you sign this? I request and authorize President Obama to do the following procedure: radical and revolutionary recreation of the healthcare insurance system in America. The procedure will involve new taxes, fines, penalties, and mandates regulating and restricting the insurance I must have. If I agree, the risks include: I like my doctor, there's a good chance I will never see him or her again. If I like my health care plan, there's a good chance it will become a fond memory. If I want more choices, lower prices, or an operational website to review the reduced choices and higher prices promised herein, this may not be the plan for me. So,
signed by a consenting American.
Who's going to sign that?
No, sign that.
I'm not going to sign that. I don't want that.
But the president asked us to sign this figuratively. He asked us to sign on to this. He asked our representatives, based on his guarantee, his warranty, his moral authority, saying as the president, yeah, this will be good for you. You will have a choice as to the health care plan that you will be getting. But they knew from day one that this was a radical recreation and redistribution, and that there was no way on God's earth that they would allow that. And now, maybe 50 million people, maybe 129 million people, according to one estimate, will be paying the price for the Obamacare lack of informed consent of the governed.
You know what, Peter?
We're the governed, and we were not given the facts.
Yeah, well, we just saw it in the form of this consent form. I don't know many people who would have signed it.
A lot of people signed on to it. They believed it, and
they did then.
They were fooled.
No kid, bait and switch. All right, Peter, thank you very much.
Good to see you. Good day, everybody.
That was an eye-opener.